Uh, okay. Hope everybody is doing well. And yeah, we are going to continue the same discussion we had this morning or last night about turning inward. Everybody, welcome on the Wisdom app. And also the new Facebook group I have created today. It's called Conquer Burnout. So I'm going to be having a lot of activities in that Facebook group. I kind of pasted it in my house here. Let me bring it up so that people can have it pinned up there. So then they can really okay, um, do that. So I'm going to pin that to the up in here. So that is the. Hi Tracy, come on up. Nazli, you can also come up if you want to. Uh, so as I was saying, I created this new group which is called Conquer Burnout. That's the link I pasted up there in the pinned link, and anybody is interested, you could come and join it. This is going to be a lot of activities for me. I'm going to come live probably in the morning and also engage people in some discussions and offer some of the stuff that I have in terms of videos, PDFs, and all of that, and also let them engage in some events I'm going to organize. Like, for example, tomorrow I kind of put it there for people to come and join my belly fat, the final day session tomorrow. 4 days were complete on that, and tomorrow we'll have it. So I'll have direct connection with the group on the Facebook group. Okay, my Zoom will go on, but this will be connected to that too. So you can live talk to me in that group if you wish. Anyway, that's the new group I created today, and that's pretty exciting. There are a lot of things you can do on the groups, but I could do only half of what they wanted me to do, but I'll go on building up. I want to use this more like a platform where people can see all my events at one place and where to go and participate. Probably more convenient for the members who are there, knowing what's going on with me. Okay, so that is what the thing was. Okay. Uh, all right, how are everybody doing? Any questions, any comments, any things from last night discussion on turning inward? Before we go further, if you have any questions, so we'll be happy to engage you with that. Tracy, any questions, any comments? Okay, very good. So, as we were talking about, see, the whole thing was how occupied we are about making a living and enhancing the living and all that. There's nothing wrong with that, but confined to that kind of limits us, kind of doesn't allow us to really be what human beings can be, what's the potential can be. With all the advances, with all the science, with everything that we know about external stuff, is not really making us feel more secure or more fulfilled or more happy and not having this mental illness inside. So we are more, as a generation, we are more nervous, we are more worried, and we are more sad, and also a lot of depression going on. Right? That's a fact. That's going on, and people are pursuing things in search of happiness, and the same thing goes for alcohol, smoking, drugs, everything. So they're trying to find happiness out there. But what the contribution of the lot of cultures, including the Christian cultures and Muslim cultures, they have really some way to go inward in their religions, in their practices. There are some ways they go to. Maybe some cultures did more than the other, but I don't think we need to compare even. We just need to absorb. Like I'm very comfortable reading ancient Hindu. I'm comfortable reading Rumi, the Muslim poet, or the Christian contemplates in the 18th, 19th century. So it's all the same human um, ingenuity or intelligence that points out to something that's very practical and right here with us, inside us. So turning that means really stopping the chatter of the superficial mind and going the deep within your own lake of mind. So for that, you got to keep the mind kind of clean and also not moving. So any lake, if you go there, the superficial surface is all over, and also there's a lot of dirt in there. You cannot see the bottom. But when the lake is clear and then not flowing, stand still, then you can see through it to the bottom of the lake, right? That's a lot of people experience that. So that's why keeping our mind clean, keeping our mind not moving, really helps us to touch within what we are. But we aren't everything with a question, and we aren't everything with that intellectual, logical conclusions. That is our problem. That's good for external things, doing all the stuff that we do with objects. That's so good. That's where the technology, everything is. But for human being interior, I think it's a big mistake to really have all those things apply to. That means intellect and the outgoing senses, if they are used to find out what is within, you're going to find out that's not the way. But if you have the intuitive capacity, awareness capacity, and then you nurture that, and then you use intellect senses for outward thing, I think you're best of both worlds probably. And also you develop a kind of detachment to the external things because you are going inward. So that's what I was trying to bring it out, and it may not be for everybody, it may not suit for everybody, but the people who are really had all sorts of things in life and they enjoyed and they wanted to find out more. The other day, one of my friends, a very successful person on the social media, she was talking about she doesn't need to work because all the things that she sells, they continue to sell and she gets the money, passive income, like. So she doesn't need to, so she was looking for something else rather than just selling some things, which was okay in the beginning. And then once they took off and she was making a lot of money, she doesn't see that is such a big deal and she wants to find out what is there. So instead of searching for that kind of thing outwardly, the ancients did investigation inwardly. Then once you are there, then you encounter your ego. That's a false image. Then you don't want to pray for that. You want to transcend that by understanding why it is so, what it is doing, and all that. So that's where we are bringing this topic into. Uh, any questions or comments? Nazli, you have any questions? There is somebody's put something in the chat. Okay. Pauline, yeah. Nazli, I feel jealousy, hurt, and not enough. Okay. Yeah, that is the limited feeling that we have. Lots of times we don't really uh, feel happy, and also the negative feelings too. See, the solution for that, uh, you remember I was telling a couple of two, three things. First one is in our understanding, in our feeling about everybody, if you get arrive at that point where we are all really one human being, like, that is only one energy, then what happens is you will not be a target to other people who are really having that problem, right? So, who is that you are going to be jealous against, or hate, or anything like that? That kind of separativeness and feeling that I am different, she is different, and my feelings are different, that will go down. But it's not just the explanation, though. You have to feel that equality. Then, you see, in Christianity, what they were saying, you are your brother. That means your brother and you are not separate. Your neighbor is like your brother, and you are all one. So every religion teaches about that, but then a lot of people miss that, and then it's not knowing it as a even as a fact. You may know it, but it's a fact. But feeling it, and inside not having the separativeness. Once you have that, negative feelings will not go forward. You will be more accepting, more understanding, and more forgiving. That kind of thing. See, you remember Christ what he said when they were crucifying him: "Forgive them, my Father, for they know not what they are doing." So they don't know that he is also part of themselves. So they part of himself, and they are all in one. But because they are in ignorance, for they know not what they are doing. That's what he said, right? So that's very, very relevant in lots of ways. For example, Hindu Advaita Vedanta, they talk about no others. That means we are all in one. So this is not something that you can cultivate, but something that is in there. You touch it by really understanding with into. That means you should feel and realize it as something of a fact that you have it in front of you, and then you just appreciate that. That. Hi, Kristen. Welcome. So that kind of thing will be valuable to develop. That's a good thing, Nazli, that you brought out. This is very ordinary to people feel that hurt and jealousy and all those things, inadequateness, but you don't need to, because once you touch that immense abundance we all have within us, and we don't have this separative feeling, then life can be very joyous abundance, you know. So that kind of thing. Okay. So that's a good question. I think that's what I'm talking about. Do you want to be this limited mind-body complex with all the reactivity, with all the negative feelings that we can have, and then really feel separative, or we feel one energy and then landing in that energy, we don't even have to worry about somebody giving in something. We are happy within ourselves, and then that abundance comes out. Then you don't ask anybody to be giving you acceptance, giving you approval, giving you love and affection. No, no, because you yourself as a source of that love and abundance, so it flows from you without you knowing. It nurtures you and go nurture everybody else. That's the beauty of it. And this is what I feel tragedy about is such a valuable thing. Why people did not indicate to us, why they allowed us to develop these thoughts and chatter and negativity and all that, and then later on when we are very old, then they pointed to us. It may be too late for some people, but some people may have to carry on with the next life and then repair themselves. So this part of it where I kind of bring in the yoga, talking about uh, self reshaping. That means we see I'm this person who is jealous, who is hateful, who is hurtful, and all that. But then I can reshape that within, because that is where the real yoga is. Yoga, you can do the body exercise to keep the body healthy. You can do the breathing and meditation to keep the mind healthy. But the whole purpose is to really change us from within. Okay? Then you can feel that person is like that within, and he is enjoying himself. He's trying to project the joy outwardly without any effort. It will come out. I know Nazli always have some questions, good questions. I love that, Nazli, very nice. So that it will extend us to really address these topics. There is nothing like an intellectual superiority, anything like that. Forget about the intellect. Feel it, realize it with your own inner intuition. Then you know what is fact, what is not fact. Then you will be able to really, really improve yourself by seeing these facts. Okay. I think Kristen is not a member of our club here. Maybe Kristen, you can go uh, on the BA pal on the top, so click on it and then join our clubs. The club has a lot of information. Sometimes I put it in there, and then if you're a member, it will come to you. Okay, Christine and Pauline. Christine, I know because she's going to be one of our wellness club members, which is really I'm trying to make more people understand and join and get the benefit of it. I'm going to do like a little later hour for her because she's in California. So we're going to do morning 9 o'clock for me, for her 7 o'clock. Still, it's a good hour for me. So I'm will be happy to take her along with all that. And she is in that belly fat challenge last 3 days, and she was very sharp in grasping everything and then doing them and getting the benefit and putting down on the paper too. She gave a very good compliment for me after going through the day. So I made her do small exercises, head to toe exercises or nothing we did. And she kind of enjoyed that and then she felt very good. So she's joined our wellness club. Such kind of things happen every day. So that's why I encourage people to come and join. I can take up to 10 people at that hour if people want to come there. She will be the first member in that group. There's a one group in the morning, one group in the evening, but people come randomly. They don't come regularly. I recommend that you do as much as possible, at least weekdays. If you do 5 times a week, I think that's very, very good for you. One particular thing is you don't have to do a very severe yoga exercise. You do what your body allows. You do what your mind allows. You do it enjoying it and not feeling pain or anything like that. You will definitely feel energized at the end of my sessions. I have five things I want people to pay attention to. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the five R's, right? So when you come to the class, suppose you are, brain fog or you are kind of thinking a lot of things and all that. From that, you become more aware of the present moment. That is the A. And then second thing is E is you should feel energized. E for energy, right? Your energy will increase for sure. I can promise that if you do the slow breathings, if you do all the breathings I tell you. The third one is I. You will definitely have insight into your own workings of the body or the mind or something we were discussing. You will have your own intelligent insight into things. Like for example, you may discover, oh, I reacted unnecessarily yesterday for this. That's an insight nobody pointed out to you, but you yourself will get it. And then O is it is standing for really the O sound, Omkara sound, which is a primordial sound that you can tune yourself into and you can stabilize your nervous system. There's a whole lot of science in that. And then last one, U is you are connecting your individual. You thought your individual self, but you realize you are part of the universal self, right? So these five, you will definitely feel it, or at least to some extent, somewhat. As the days go on, you will appreciate more. All these things are achieved. Okay. Usually, it's a very expensive retreats you have to go to realize all this. But I just want to be available and affordable to a lot of people, right? So I put a very nominal price so that people can come and take advantage. All the people who took so far, they were very happy with it. But I just do it because it gives me great joy and pleasure to see somebody's pain going down, or somebody's joint pains going down, or their weight is losing. Some of the positives that they experience in the body, and also in the mind, and also in the perception of life, how they develop. And this ego thing will go down. So they have a lot of positive that they report to me. Okay. So I'm glad that Christian is part of that wellness club, and you guys also tell people that this kind of is going on. If they're interested, they can always come go to my website, go to the registered page, and then they can register that. Okay? My website is beapal.net. Beapal. Okay. Well, there's yesterday she came here, our Amanda. She's our VA, and she's trying to publish this more to people, and then get recruitment. There are a lot of activities I'm planning in my Conquer Burnout too. That's also will give you a lot of output. And Christine, I just started a new group. This is Conquer Burnout. The link I put it up there. The login to Facebook. That is my group. You can go and join it if you wish. I think you will like. I will be coming more live on that group, and really conduct as a centerpiece, so that our webinars, our retreats, our wellness club activities, all my appearance here on the clubhouse or other places, all those things will be easily understood one calendar, and then you will be able to see all that there. And also you can put questions for me. I will come and answer them, and also we can have face-to-face live meetings also if the situation is needed. Okay, so that I worked very much today on that, and created that group, and then put all the things. There's one of my friends, Shelley Johnson. She's a queen of UK in on Facebook, and she's on LinkedIn, authority in LinkedIn in UK. She kind of does the same thing. She uses this Facebook to announce her activities, and then she has another site that mine is BFL. They can get access to that if they want to do anything special. So that's how I'm going to use these both sites that I have. In Facebook, I have 3 or 4 pages, but one is for my book, and this is for my BA pal, like here. And this is a new one, Conquer Burnout, and that is going to be for a lot of people who are trying to conquer the burnout and stress. Okay. So Tracy, what else we should talk about?
Dr. Ross,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm being the fly on the wall right now, listening in.
Okay. No problem. Uh, yeah. I mean, sometimes you have questions. That's why I thought I will not talk too much, but engage you. So, uh,
No, I appreciate that. I really do. I do have a question, but I
yeah.
prefer to listen. I think I'll bring it up in the next session.
Yeah. So I'm telling you what are the activities I'm doing, I'm engaging, and then how best I can um, involve with all these things that we can make people physically well. We can make people mentally peaceful. We can make people more of emotional intelligent, so that they don't feel the brunt of their own emotions. And also we can really make people live well, long, and also enjoy, not in sorrow and worry and all that. There's so many possibilities for a human being. We just have to put aside all our conditionings, all the things that they rubbed into us, and then open our own intelligence, we'll find a lot of things. So I'm just being a pal for that. If somebody is engaged in that self mastery or self reshaping, then I just want to be there so that they can experience it for themselves, and they feel good about it. So that's what I was trying to do. Uh, I also I'm doing something about really improving our presentations. So I have long videos, a lot of them that I made from 2020 onwards, right? I was coming on Zoom for several people's sake, people in around the world, several countries. So I was very active with the Singapore group. I was very active with the India group. I was very active in Clubhouse in several places. So the pandemic didn't seem at all burden for me because I was so engaged with all these things that were going. They're really important because people are dying left and right. So doctors in the hospital are stressed out. Patients really don't know what hit them, and they're dying just like that. So that is a moment I had to involve myself. So in that process, I created a lot of videos, Zoom videos. Now we're trying to trim them and make them short videos so that we can get the nuggets from that and then present it them. But there's so much material, both on the Clubhouse, on the Wisdom, on YouTube, on Zoom itself. So many places I have so much stuff. So I'm gathering this stuff to gather together and shape into something meaningful message. So that, like this, for example, I'm doing the belly fat challenge. We kind of approach it like obviously you got to eat smart and you got to make your body move. You got to make your mind silent and increase the metabolism to a degree where even if you eat something extra, it will be burned down pretty good. So nobody talks about this boosting the metabolism. So, for example, if you have, there is a breathing thing where you take the deep breath, abdominal wall comes out, and then as you breathe out, abdominal wall goes in. And after it goes to the spine, hold it for a few seconds. Hold, not when you eat immediately, before you eat, you can, if you do that, hold it for a while and then release it. You do that 10, 20 times, the whole thing is churning the abdomen and so much massage of the organs, which is very good for your internal health. That's a small thing I told you, but so many other things are there that can really, from the quality of the food, from the way we eat, from the time we eat, from the psychological habits we form around all those things corrected, then the your physical organism, your body is so efficient to burn it off. Suppose you are sad and depressed, you may not eat much, you don't not feel like eating. That's not good for you. Okay. But on the other hand, if you are able to eat slowly and nicely and then enjoy the food and then don't really deprive your energy because you're dominated by your mind, then it's good for you. Those kind of things, I kind of I'm going to put it all this into a good webinar video that anybody can see and learn about what is belly fat, what is visceral fat, why they are bad to us, why they are toxic, what is it that made in our lifestyles that brought to this, and what is that we can do that we can reverse this and also not only appear nice, which is okay, but also be energetic and also really enjoy eating and enjoy your activities and be relaxed in a tough time. All those things you can learn. So it's a question of lifestyle change. It's not just belly fat only, even though belly fat is addressed because a lot of people don't want to have this pot belly and then they want to have a flat belly, which is not bad. We can help them to achieve this. In the same spirit, we can also help them to live a good lifestyle that is good for them in the long run. So they won't be sick easily and they will fight off sickness very easily and all that. So with that intention, I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Okay.
Dr. Rao, did you say by applying mindfulness?
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned that because my son recently became vegan. And he
Mm.
said to me, Mom, for a very long time, he's been, complaining about feeling bloated, complaining about all these other symptoms. It wasn't until one day when he was being mindful and
Yeah.
paying attention to what he was eating and what he was experiencing at the time that he realized certain foods did not go with him. By
Yeah,
paying attention, he was able to say, I'm being mindful, and he was able to adjust his lifestyle
yeah.
as far as the foods that he eats now, so he
I,
can get better
yeah,
results.
I usually don't use the word mindful, but I know in what sense we are talking about it. But generally, being here and now, okay, that's the important thing. Being in the present moment, that's the most important thing that we should be doing. Okay,
Like, isn't that mindfulness? I mean, I have a whole book and a whole study,
yeah,
and it talks about being in the here and now and being in the present.
yeah.
And the name of the book is mindfulness.
I know that's the misnomer kind of. What they were talking about is being silent, being empty-mindedness in the awareness. But they say mindful means some people may think like I have to be putting all my mind into that, all my thoughts into that. That's how it can be. But when you are really mindful, what it is you are emptying your mind, not filling it. That's it's a question of semantics. But what it is keep the silence and be in the present. That's what we are trying to do. And it's a beautiful thing to have that kind of quality. As humans, we know how to think and allow the thinking to run. So what we are saying is mind can think on its own and it will be doing that, but if you accelerate the speed it will be out of control. So use what is called conscious thought. That means whatever you want to think, be intentional, conscious about it, and then when you are done doing something, you don't need the thoughts anymore. Discard it, empty it. That is the difficulty part for a lot of people because they go from one thought to the other thought. You see, that's the problem. Okay.
I want to make sure I'm using the right terminology because in that I took up a whole
Mm.
continuing education from to add to my yoga license, and it involved it was based on mindfulness, and it was paying
Yeah.
attention when you're chewing, how does it feel, what does it taste like, what sound does it make, what does it bring to your, so you're saying you wouldn't use that terminology, mindfulness, for that?
Yeah.
What would you call that? Or is there another term that you would use?
Awareness. I will use awareness. See, thinking is one part, and because you are aware, you are thinking. When you are thinking, you may not be aware, you may be slipping out of it. But to begin with, what is our fundamental quality? We are awake and aware, then we think. See, in the dreams also, a kind of a mind is still active going on. But basically, that's all thought, that's all mind. But what we want is, we want to have the control of want to think when we want to think, when we want to do stuff, and be confined to that. That's where is a flow, where you know what is it is, and then you just do it because you have practiced so much, it becomes easier. But if you are doing something and you're worrying about something that happened or something that may not happen, you're fearful of it, you're thinking, those are the things we say that are not good for you. So be focused on what you're doing and be completely awareness. Bring that forward, not the thought. This is the problem with the modern approach is we think a lot and think that is good. Now, that's where the information overload is driving people to think a lot, and that they're going burning out because of that. But use the thought, but the fundamental thing is station yourself in awareness, not the sense of, oh, I'm such a big shot, I know so much, that's why I'm going to do this. That's all unnecessary. Get out of that, transcend your ego, and then be in awareness, which is a very rich thing to do.
Interesting, thank you.
It's very difficult to get it in our life because we are caught in the matrix of thought. Like the spider, it kind of emits the web and gets caught in the web. The same thing with many people. They think too much. They think thinking too much is very clever and intelligent, but they don't realize the damage that they have. See, if you are continuously thinking, you form your own tracks in the mind. So when you become old, all these thought tracks will come back and haunt you. They won't give you peace of mind. But if you understand these thinking things are going,
I'm glad that you brought that up because that brings me around to the second question which I had on somatic healing, somatic therapy. What does yoga say about trauma to the body? So whether it's trauma from your thoughts, trauma from things that have happened in your life, from experiences, it is my understanding that it lands somewhere in your body, it lands in your organs, and it affects your health. What does yoga say about that?
yeah. Well, yoga says that you get to understand your interior better, how the thoughts are followed out. You see, then it will be good. See, it's a question of really understanding, So somebody asking me something about this wellness summit, and I said, "Yeah, well, still we are going to do it 28th." That's why I'm telling them how we can do that. But they are kind of finding problems with the scheduling and all that. But I gave them 1 month ago, and they forgot because suddenly they go, "Oh, tomorrow Friday." I said, "I'm ready to do it. I can do the whole summit myself." But I didn't want to dominate like that. I wanted everybody to collaborate and do that. So I gave them the roles. If they're ready, I told them, you come and you present yours. I may add before and after. And also, if you have any questions, I may contribute. But I will do mind and sleep, nutrition, exercise, all, and something everybody took it. So all they have to do is on the day that is allotted to them, come and do that. So for me, I do it every day. So you have no problem. I only talk about wellness in so many ways, right? So I think it's a good idea to do the wellness summit. I gave them the whole plan detail, so they just have to execute it. So see, this proactive wellness is a very good idea. To at least few people will catch that and say, yeah, why are we not doing these simple things and then getting sick and going to the doctors and hospitals spending a lot of money? Let us do this. I thought that was a good service. But everybody looks at how much money I want to make from this, then you won't have the same spirit I have. So I'm here to serve. I'm here to really help people to discover these things. If they don't do it, I can do it in my rooms, easily, and that will go to whoever wants to follow that. That's fine. But if they want to do it, I told them I'm ready at any time. So they have to do their piece, and I will do a lot of it. I do, but then they have to do what they agreed to. So see, proactive wellness means a little bit beyond regular good living, regular preventive exams, and all that. It's going to go like oh, my family has a history of diabetes all the way. Can we look at our kids, look at our own diet, look at our own activity, and bring that wisdom here, not habitually eating tastefully. Oh, this is a very tasty thing. That's what I see in Indian families. They make all these things out of carbohydrate. The idlis, the vadas they call them, they're all full of carbohydrate. Because they eat that, and then their family will have the family history of diabetes, and then everybody suffering the same thing again and again. But you have to be intelligent with the new knowledge and say, I'm not going to eat this white flour, white rice, white donuts, and all that. America, fast foods, what do they serve? They serve all sorts of nonsense. Then we can go and eat it because it is good for our palate, or it's quick and all that. And then we spoil our diurnal rhythm, so we spoil our appetite, everything. And then we don't have the nutrients, and we have empty calories there. But that's not into. That's what I'm saying. In the proactive wellness, let us get some wisdom points in our daily living, in how we choose whatever we do. That is the spirit behind it.
So Dr. Ross, you speak of fast food. I
Yeah,
know in Ayurveda, it's the manner in which a food is prepared that determines how it's digested within the body.
yeah,
And most fast foods are mechanical.
yeah.
And so it's very hard for the body to
Yes,
process it.
that's an
And
important consideration, but they didn't select all these artificial ingredients. Ayurveda was completely natural. They got fruits and vegetables from the fruit itself, or from the tree itself, you know. So nutrient rich foods are very, very important, but we start with ingredients that don't have the nutrients. That's the problem with the modern life. All these insecticides, pesticides, everything that we're using to increase the crop production, that is acting negatively on our bodies. So we just have to be intelligent about these things and then go back to maybe natural ways of growing food, and then washing them and preparing them. Yeah, how what attitude you prepare food is very important too. But you cannot do much if you just don't have good nutrients. You will digest, but you won't get the nutrients if the nutrients is not there in the food. That's why it's important. Ayurveda said, uh, don't prepare all these bad ingredients, but ingredients they put a lot of energy into that tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic foods. The sattvic food is the one that is lighter at the same time. Okay, so All right, Liz, Tracy, and Kristen. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Okay, and I'll see the activity in the morning. The Conquer Burnout, 7 o'clock. Hopefully, I can meet some people and then introduce them to the that Facebook group and maybe be more available for their needs. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. అది చూసా లింక్ పెట్టడానికి వచ్చేసింది. ఈఎంఐ కూడా పంపించాను అమెండాకి. నువ్వు ఏమి చేసావో నిన్న ఇవాళ అన్నీ నాకు చెప్పండి. ఎందుకంటే ఏం తీసుకొని ఏం చేస్తుందో నాకు తెలియట్లేదు. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చెప్తుంది 12 నుంచి 5 వరకు ఉంటాను చెప్పి నాతో కూడా ఉంటే ఇవన్నీ ఇట్లా బాగా చేయాలన్నమాట. అలా కాకుండా కష్టం ఓన్లీ సోషల్ మీడియా వర్క్ చేస్తా ఉంటే నేను ఇంత డబ్బులు ఇచ్చి పెట్టలేను, నాకు అవ్వదు అనమాట. దాని బదులు వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చాను అనుకో, వాళ్ళు మొత్తం సిస్టమ్ రెడీ చేసి ఇస్తే నాకు ఆటోమేట్ చేసి ఇచ్చారు అనుకో, అదే అంటుంది క్రిస్టిన్. ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళు అడుగుతున్నారు ఏమైంది అది అంటే ప్రోసమిట్ అంట. But listen, it was your idea. You lady, yeah, I gave you the plan. I gave you. Nobody showed interest in it. ఇప్పుడు చేద్దాం అంటే చేద్దాం. ఇప్పుడు is the summit still starting Monday, Dr. లేసా అయితే రాకెట్ షూటింగ్ మై మెసేజ్ అంతా నాదేనా, వాళ్ళకి చేయాల్సి అవసరం లేదు. వాళ్ళందరూ డబ్బుల కోసం ఇదంతా ఇట్లా సంఘసం చేయడం వాళ్ళకి ఇష్టం లేదు. అమ్మాయి కూడా ఎందుకు లేదు సార్, అమ్మాయి డైరెక్ట్ గురించి చెప్పించుకొని అంతా చెప్పాలి. అందుకే ఇప్పుడు నేను ప్లాన్ చేశాను, అంతా ఇచ్చాను, చేద్దాం నేను ఎప్పుడేం చేస్తాను నాకేంటి. So anyway, they are interested. I have no problem. I will be happy to do that. Right?